Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going over all the info for the season 136 of the Tournament of Power. You have all the timestamp in the video bar if you want to jump to any section. For this season my audio is not the best because my PC broke down like last week. I took it to repair, it's not ready yet, and I'm gonna use a different setup. It's not the best audio, so sorry about it. I hope it's not too much of an issue. We are going to follow the yellow line on the route that you can see here. There is only two branches you can take for fight number 1 and fight number 12. Fight number 1, there is the middle and left fight. I went with the fight on the left because if we took the fight in the middle, we're gonna need back-to-back blues in the top row, and that could be too much for some people, so the one on the left is a little bit easier for the majority. For fight number 12, I think the one on the middle is the best by far because the one on the left has too many tag units and it's very difficult to target with it. This season we're gonna need a lot of blues, greens and purples in the top row, so I would advise 2 of each color, and we're gonna need only 1 yellow in the top row, which is the last fight number 12, and only 1 or 2 reds in the top row. So both yellows and reds we're gonna take only 1 of each color because they won't be that important compared to the other colors where we need to double up to survive correctly. Let me skim quickly through the fights. Here is fight number 1 to 6. Fight number 1, we need some purples in the top row with 3 green enemies. Fight number 2, we need some blues in the top row with 2 red enemies. Fight number 3, I would advise some greens in the top row and not reds, because there is 2 yellows, we cannot put reds, and greens is gonna be better. Fight number 4, we're gonna need some purples in the top row. Number 5 is blues. Number 6 is gonna be purples again with 3 green enemies. Fight number 7 is like fight number 3, and we're gonna put some greens in the top row. Fight number 8 is blues, obviously, with 4 red enemies. Fight number 9 can be reds or blues. It's gonna depend if your character, your blues went low HP, you can go with reds to protect them. Fight number 10 is gonna be some purples with 3 green enemies. Fight number 11 is gonna be some greens. In this fight you won't put reds like fight number 7 because there is 2 yellow enemies. And the last fight I would advise a yellow with triple purple enemies, but if you don't have a yellow I will show you how to approach it during the gameplay video. If you don't understand all of that, don't worry too much, we will go over all the fights one by one during the walkthrough. Now we move on to the boost, and here is the tier list for the season. You're gonna have the new ultra character as the highest boost possible with 40%. Then you're gonna have tier 2 characters with 20% and tier 3 with 15%. You must use the new ultra budio if you got them, that's super important even at 5 star. Then the rest of your team will be around tier 2 characters, and do not use any tier 3 please, because it's super competitive, and to get the highest CC possible you need as much boost as possible, and there is enough tier 2 to do that. I've put everything on screen, but we will go in details in a second during the team building. Before we get to that, there is the Huyyaz event. It will expire in a week, so please get the free to play units if you didn't have them, and if you need them of course make sure to max them to 14 star before the event goes away next Wednesday. Another thing is we're gonna get new characters next week on Wednesday. Maybe we get a new Alarbu, so I would really advise you to wait until next Wednesday to start, just in case you get another boost unit, and it's better to be safe than sorry. At least keep your second attempt if you want to start early. Do not do your second attempt until you see who is coming on Wednesday. You can even get a free to play unit that can be useful in terms of wood, so there is no rush to start. Now for our team, I made the team chart. Our first 2 characters are gonna be blue. If you have the ultra budio, it's gonna be automatically your first pick. If you do not have the budio, you're gonna have 2 tier 2 blue characters, and in that case you're gonna have a lot of options this season, thankfully. I'm gonna use the Zenkai Butangs and Zenkai Kid Buu. They are my best option in my box. You can filter by the power level and find out which are the best characters for you, and the one with the highest usually are the one that you should use. and you should use only tier 2 characters. Do not use any tier 3 blue because it's gonna give you way less point. I'm gonna also tell you to avoid the Budio because they can change color from blue to reverse blue. The old LL Budio, not the Ultra. The Ultra you should use them, but the LL Budio do not use them. They switch color, we cannot put them in the top row. I would much prefer you to use an EX Fat Buu at 9 star or higher than the LL Budio. Same here, you can have the Zenkai EX Evil Buu. He can be a great option if you have him Zenkai'd, and you can have him in your team. If you do not have LL Kid Buu or Butang Zenkai and they are only your blue option and they are high star, they would be fine. It's okay as long as you have them like 9 star or higher. The next picks in our team are gonna be 2 green unit, and in this instance you have one free to play units you can get, which is the Kid Buu that you can see on screen here. If you don't have 2 summonable green units that are high star, go max out the free to play Kid Buu. Make sure to do it before Wednesday because the Huyyaz event is gonna go away. For me, I'm gonna use Fat Buu and Evil Buu. They have the highest power level for me, but if you do not have them high star, you can use the Kid Buu. He can be fine, or Buhan if you got him. And the Fat Buu, you should be able to have him at least Z1 because Zenkai 1 is free for him from mission, so I would do that plus the free to play Kid Buu if you don't have Evil Buu or Buhan, and make sure free to play Kid Buu is 14 star. Then after that we're gonna need 1 red unit for our team, and you don't have as much option as the others. You have the Ultra Buhan, the red Buhan Sparking, and the Kid Buu. Now it's not too bad in terms of options, but it's not the best, so maybe you don't have everything. That's why I went only with 1 red unit. I went with the Sparking Buhan, but if you do not have Sparking Buhan above 7 star, you can go with Ultra Buhan if you have him 7 star. Ultra Buhan has more stat than the Sparking. I went with this Sparking, but that's fine for both. You can go with the Kid Buu if you have him above 7 star. If you don't have any one of the summonable Sparking or Ultra, you can go with the EX Super Buu. As long as he's above 9 star, he will do the job without any problem. The next color is gonna be yellow for us, and it's the trickiest one because there is only 2 options for tier 2 yellows, and that's the Fat Buu and Hercule, the new Zenkai, and you also have Ultra Kid Buu. In this instance, I would advise you to use a yellow tier 2 if you got them, even if they are low star, because it's gonna be super important to have 1 yellow. And I'm gonna go with Hercule and the Buu. I'm gonna Zenkai them before starting, obviously, and they're gonna be my main unit. If you have Ultra Kid Buu instead, you can use Ultra Kid Buu. Hopefully you have one of them. If you do not have any of them, I would advise you to go with the red unit, a second red unit if possible. And if you cannot have any second red unit because you don't have a lot of option, just take any tier 2 high star unit and you should be fine. Our last 2 characters need to be purple. You have 3 options, 2 of them are free to play, so everyone should have 2 high star purples. If you have the Zenkai Super Buu like me, use Zenkai Super Buu. He's gonna be the best option possible for your team. If you do not have Zenkai Super Buu, go with the 2 free to play purple boosts from the Huyyaz event, max them out to 14 star, and I would really advise you to do it before Wednesday because the event is gonna go away. If you do not have them 14 star, just use the Super Buu. If you have if you have Zenkai Super Buu available for you and you want only 1 free to play, I would advise you to go with the free to play Super Buu, not the Butanks or Buhan, because Super Buu has more stats in general. And make sure to 14 star him plus Zenkai Super Buu, and you should be fine for your team this season. I'm gonna put the summary chart again here so you have it, and we're gonna go back to our screen. My team is basically all friendship 10 because all my regen unit in my box are max friendship, and I have a lot of art boosts. I cannot remove it, I'm sorry about it. And my team is basically all max art boost apart from purple Super Buu, I believe. So I'm gonna use a full art boosted team, but you don't need art boost. Art boost give you a huge advantage. I usually don't want to use it, but this season I probably have to use it because I don't have any other choices. Here is my art boost on screen. As you can see, basically everyone is max apart from the Zenkai Super Boo, because I never art boosted him. For the equipment, it's gonna be the same as always. You can use a clash equip, a C equip on everyone, plus a third gold equip. Make sure everyone is above 7 star, apart from your yellow, because you don't have a lot of choices. For the other, please make sure they are above 7 star, so you can use the clash equip. That's all for today's video. Sorry for the audio. Hopefully next season it's gonna be better, but this walkthrough I'm probably gonna use the same audio. Have a good one everyone, and goodbye.